You know, I've talked about Turkey and my fears of it, but almost getting kidnapped twice and seeing the kidnappers on the news is crazy. Now, I want to talk about both stories in the same video because, you know, I've got to make more videos, but I will talk about the more intense one. Like I said, if I tell all the stories that happened to me in Turkey, I will finish on my deathbed. Like, every day there has to be a thing. Every day there has to be drama. Turkish people and Syrians are just like Tom and Jerry. There has to be drama every single day. They can never get along. What do they do, big dogs? It's your boy Krill, back with another video. A lot of people have beef with Syrians, okay? I don't deny that. Like, you go to Lebanon, you go to Turkey, you go to Iraq. Not really Iraq. I don't think Iraq has any beef with Syrians. Like Qatar, for example. Okay, they're trying to kick Syrians out. People just don't like Syrians, okay? And this doesn't really affect us at all, but it affects the poor people who have done nothing. People who just want to get out of danger and save themselves and their children. Like, some Syrians are assholes, okay? I don't defend them at all. But I'm talking about the ones who are affected by this act of shitheadness. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not why you're in the video. You're here to see me get fucking kidnapped. And I apologize for yapping so much. But the story is literally relevant to me being a Syrian. Like I said before in my older videos, Syrians and Turkish people have a lot of beef. They don't like each other. It's literally essential for a Turkish person, if he sees a Syrian, to start bullying him, start harassing him until they fight. And the problem with Turkish people is that they're not one person. They get in groups of people. Like, for example, if it was one Turkish person, they wouldn't even touch you. Anyways, the whole story dates back when I was 7 years old. Like, 7 years old, when the most insulting thing I knew was poopy head. When I thought that kissing somebody made them pregnant. When my mom used to call me her favorite. I was outside playing like any 7-year-old would do. When my mom called me and told me to get some groceries. The store was right near us, so there was no problem. I took the money that she gave me and went to the store to buy the stuff. I went to it, everything went fine. As I was going back though, I noticed a woman waving at me and was trying to approach me. Now, as a 7-year-old, I have no reaction to that. Like, I'm just an innocent 7-year-old that is minding his own business. And this woman was fully covered, okay? And I thought she was a religious woman, so a religious woman wouldn't want to hurt a little child. She approached me and she asked if I could speak Turkish. And notice, this woman was literally only carrying 2 bottles of soda. One was Coke and the other was Coke. There was no way she was struggling with that. And the woman didn't even seem old, like she seemed young as hell. So any human being, any toddler, any person in their right minds would know that they're not struggling. I should have known not to fall for something like that, but I did, okay? Young me was really dumb. After she asked me if I speak Turkish or not, I answer her with a yes and she asks if I could help her. The woman was being so nice that there was no way I could actually refuse helping her. So I didn't even say anything. I said, sure, let me just put this stuff in my home and then I'll come back to help you. Like, it wasn't even big bottles of Coke or anything. It was just normal bottles of Coke, like the small ones you get in a store. They look like this. I don't know how retarded I was for falling for that shit. I went inside literally with no questions. Not why, ma'am. Like, why do you want me to help you with this shit? It literally is 2 bottles of Coke. I had no questions at all. All I did was say, okay, let me just put this stuff at my home and I'm coming to help you. I went inside and I gave my mom all the things she asked me to bring and I told her that I'll be back. She says to me, where the hell do you think you're going? Now, something like this never happened. Usually my mom ignores me when I say I'll be back. She told me that I could go outside after I eat. I told her, Ma, I don't have time. So I literally just ignore her and go outside. Then my brother chases after me. As I'm outside, the woman is gone. As soon as she sees my brother, she sprints. Now notice, until now, I had no problem. I didn't suspect a thing. But what made me confused is that she asked me to help her carry 2 bottles of soda and she sprints like that. I didn't think that it had anything to do with attempted kidnapping. Now, a square had my ass. Well, how did you know it was a kidnapping? Well, let me tell you, I thought the same exact thing when my mother took me inside and started giving me a whole ass speech on not to talk to stranger. She started telling me that they could be kidnappers, they could be dangerous, they could be whatever. I ignored it until 4 days after. Now, we don't watch the news at all. Like, it's literally just turned on and it's ignored. So the news are on like always, and the screen starts hitting breaking news, okay? And of course, it's not English, it's Turkish. Everyone is ignoring the news like always, but I'm the only one watching. I had no phone, I had nothing to do, so I just sat there and started watching TV. And my mother was also mad at me. So the news start yapping as always, and then it shows a picture of 4 people. One of those people was the same exact woman. I had forgotten nothing about her. She was wearing the same abaya, same everything. And as they're talking about them in the news, I come to find out that this person had been successful in kidnapping more than 4 Syrian children. My reaction was the same as Jerry's in Tom and Jerry, where Tom puts Jerry in a corner. My life flashed before my eyes. I felt like the guy who had missed the 2 in the Bitcoin video. This wasn't the first time something like this happens, by the way. Because the first time I didn't even fall for it. But for this one, if it weren't for my mother, I wouldn't even be alive. And honestly, this was the breaking point for me. This was the spark. I had never felt a day of happiness after that in Turkey. The relief is just like doing something really bad, but your sibling is more suspicious, so they take the blame for it. It was more relieving than Rock Lee taking the weights off.
Alright, Lee, take them off.
The weight?
So after that happened to me, I learned to never trust strangers again. And then Quirrell goes to live on a happy life. A word of advice, if you're younger and watching this, don't trust strangers no matter what. Unless they have candy. Now for real though, don't go trusting anybody asking you to carry 2 bottles of soda. Be safe than sorry. There is something called declining kindly. If you don't help somebody, doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you're not capable of it. Or sometimes just can't. And a message for this person who tried to kidnap me, I hope you drop the soap. And instead of a poll, I hope it's something else. I don't know. But for real though, stay safe out there. Peace out, big dogs.
Saçma sapan cümlelerden, hayatımı mahveden cümlelerden, yandım bu amca yeminlerden, genimden kayıp gecenlerden, ömrüm ben aldım deniden gel. Şimdi haber yok o gemilerden, önündedir gözümde sevinler ben, oturuyorum venilen, oh, deniden gel, gel, ya.